Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today's video topic is about scary dreams I had as a child. And so yeah, let's get into the video. So this first story I feel like needs a little bit of background on, I don't know, the whole thing. So as a child, I grew up in a very troubled home with a lot of domestic violence, a lot of moving and back and forth and running from my dad, and yeah. So yeah, that's that part. And I think that might be why I had this dream in particular. But the second part is I loved Scooby-Doo. Like as a child, I loved Scooby-Doo. And I'm sorry if I seem a little flustered at this first part because my neighbor keeps like stomping back and forth throughout the freaking apartment above us. And I've done this like 4 different times, just this bit. So yeah. Anyways, so the story, this dream, is a reoccurring dream I had a lot as a child, and I think I've even had it a couple times as an adult. But it was basically I was holding my sister in my arms, and I was like, oh, I'm older than my brother and my sister that I lived with anyways. And she's 4 years younger than me, and my brother's 3 years younger than me. But yeah, I was holding her in my arms, and I was holding my brother's hand like on the other side, so like, and we're running. And we're just running in this, like, there's a black background, and we're running from this skeleton. And I've had that dream hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Yeah, it's kind of a strange dream, but I think that came from like just the whole domestic violence thing and the having to move around a whole lot and just all of that in general. So yeah, that's why I think I had that dream, and I guess that could have been a little more lighthearted because of the Scooby-Doo bit, because the way it was set up is like we're running, there's this black background behind me, and I'm watching this. I'm not like the person, I'm not me, I'm watching. And it's like a cartoonized skeleton, but we're like human, like, not animated. And I'm pretty sure some of the dreams had like the Scooby-Doo running sound effect and everything with it. I don't remember all of them having that, but I remember some of them kind of having that vaguely. Another little bit of background, for some of the dreams that I have in this, some of them, something happened right after that kind of go in with what happened in my dream. So this next one was one of those dreams, and so let me talk about how I had my setup and how I was sleeping this night. We had this little bitty fold-up tent that you get for like children, and I decided I want to sleep in it in the living room. So I slept in it in the living room, fell asleep watching TV in it because I had the little Velcro lift thingy up so I could watch TV. And I was laying on my back, I guess, when I woke up, and I felt I had a dream like a hammer hit me, and then I felt like 2 things hit me on both sides of my head, and I woke up screaming. The TV was on static. We had cable, and it had never really went to static before, which was kind of freaky. So yeah, that's all I can tell you about that bit, because I don't remember a whole lot of my dreams, but I remember that. Yeah. So This next one is also one of those dreams. It was a little more than the last one, where something happened afterwards that was similar to what was happening in my dream. This one, we went camping. I went camping with my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, my older cousin, and his girlfriend. They had their own tent. My parents had their own tent, like with my brother and sister. And I was gonna sleep with my mom and dad, but I'm not a great camper. I didn't earn my nature badge in Girl Scouts, but and it's because I hate bugs. I get bit by mosquitoes like crazy, and I'll like have whelps up and down my body from them. But yeah, that's why I don't. And so I was throwing a little bit of a fit that day, and I decided I'm gonna sleep in the car because I'm pissed off, and I don't want to do it. So I went to sleep in the car. Everybody went to sleep in their tents, and in my dream there was someone walking around the car. And this was 100% a dream because I woke up screaming. Yeah, someone was walking around the car, and I could hear them crunching leaves and stuff. And then I saw them like peeking through the window, and I woke up screaming. Well, it was raining really, really hard that night, like storming. And I started crying, and then I started screaming for someone, and my cousin came and was like, hey, come on in our tent, because my parents weren't waking up and I didn't want to bother them and my brother and sister. Well, him and his girlfriend, they're a lot older, they're adults at this point, and we hung out with them a lot. We were really close with them, and he was like my dad's best friend as a kid. We were laying in the tent getting ready to go back to bed, and we hear like crunching in the woods. At first we were like, oh, that might be my dad. Is he going to the bathroom? That's weird because it's like late and it's raining like really hard. And so we called for him and nobody came out. And so our theory was that there might have been a deer or something in the woods. It's probably likely what happened. And yeah, that was basically what happened with that one. So this next one is a very, I could hear it very well, and it was something that scared me more than actually what was happening in the dream because it was so loud. And that is, so I had this dream. I actually think this one was semi-reoccurring for quite some time. I don't have it anymore, but it was where I was running and there was a boulder, like big boulder, like chasing behind me. We're going down like a hill, and it was just so loud. Like I heard a lot of crunching and just the tumbling noise, and it scared me so bad. Even like when I woke up, I'd have panic attacks because it was just so loud, to the point where when I woke up, I could still hear it for a few seconds. And yeah. So this next one was actually another one that something happened after the dream that was kind of odd. So in my dream, I had someone in the corner of my room. I was sleeping, but I was like waking up and I could see them in the corner of my room in my dream. So this isn't like actually happened. And I could like see them in the corner of my room because there was a window and then like a corner. Kind of like here where there's like a window and then like a corner, except my bed's back that way. And I'm laying towards them so I can see them. And they're just standing there, kind of swaying. And start walking towards me, and then I wake up. And as soon as I wake up, my radio comes on. I had like a little alarm clock radio in my room that I normally just used for the radio if I was ever using it, because I used to listen to the radio a lot. and my radio came on, which was very scary. And the radio had came on a couple times before or after that. I don't remember. It was in between that time, before or after. And I didn't have that problem until I moved into that room because my brother and I switched rooms. So, yeah. So this one is a little more lighthearted. It's kind of funny. I thought I'd mix this one in and put it at the ending because, I don't know, it's just one of those that I enjoy this dream. So, a little background to this is I love horror movies and thrillers and everything. So Freddy Krueger was one of my favorite characters. Nightmare on Elm Street was a good series, like the first movies. And in this dream, like Freddy is chasing me, but instead of me like running, I just turn around and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he gets like a little startled by this, and then we start talking for some reason, and then somehow we end up in the boiler room, and he's drinking like a beer, and I'm drinking a like a grape soda or something, and we're just talking and chatting the whole time. It was, I don't know. I thought that would be a good one to end off on because, I don't know, it's just kind of funny to me. But tell me any of your scary dreams if you remember any from your childhood down below, or just any in general. And let's talk about it. I think a lot of my dreams were from just childhood trauma. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment your stories down below, and subscribe if you want to see more scary story times, dream story times, or plant content. I'll probably post more content eventually. Like, I don't know if I want to start like a gaming channel or if I want to do my just gaming videos on here. But yeah, let me know about y'all's scary stories, and see you next time. Bye.